New Woman Engine. Thomas the Train is good at being really useful. One day, Thomas was on his way to Callan Station. Mency has a new sister called Meddy, said Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas, I would like you to collect some new engine parts and take them to the steamworks. Yes, sir, said Thomas excitedly. I'm here to pick up new engine parts for the steamworks, said Thomas. After Thomas delivered the engine parts to the steamworks, he steamed into the shunting yard. I'm here to collect Annie and Clarabelle, Thomas said. I'm Mency's sister Meddy, said Meddy. I came here to link up with her. A few minutes later, Chorcy was at the shed with Mency. Your new sister has arrived today, said Chorcy excitedly. You should meet her. You're right, Chorcy, said Mency. I should meet her. Fatu and Chorcy were letting off passengers at Treatsfield Station. I'm smart, just like Gordon, Hadley said. I can pull the express all the time. I'm on my branch line, Thomas said. I'm glad you are, said Fatu. You've got two nice coaches behind you. The next day, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Thomas. A special train of ballast has to be taken to Brantport on the southern part of the island of Sodor, said Sir Topham Hatt. You can count on me, sir, puffed Thomas. Are you here to collect a train of ballast? Asked Mency. I bet he is, said Meddy. Sir Topham Hatt sent me to do this job, said Thomas. The freight cars were soon shunted into place. Brantport, here I come, said Thomas as he puffed away. Hadley and James were letting off passengers at Elsbridge Station. I don't know why Fatu's not here, said Thomas nervously. She was feeling sick this morning, Hadley said nervously. I'm feeling sick too, Hadley, Thomas said sadly. I'm sorry, said Hadley nervously. I'm sure you're gonna feel better. That would never happen to a red engine, said James miserably. This made Thomas even more sick. I may not be healthy and strong, said Thomas to himself, but I can still carry a lot of train cars filled with ballast. Thomas soon came to Killabin Hill. It was very steep. I must get to the other side, Thomas said to himself. Thomas soon reached the top of the hill. Just then, the heavy freight cars of ballast pushed Thomas down the hill. Edward was waiting at a signal with his passenger train. I should get to the end of the line soon, he said. Thomas was out of control. His driver put the brakes on. But it was too late. Thomas's crew had jumped clear before the crash, but Thomas was in lots of broken pieces of glass and wood. I didn't mean to make you crash into my train, Edward said quietly. Just then, Henry pulled up with the alternative passenger train. I'm glad you're all right, said Henry. You're not strong enough to pull a lot of cars filled with ballast, said Sir Topham Hatt. Only pull a few at a time. Yes, sir, said Thomas sickly. The passenger cars had broken glass and rotten wood everywhere, and Thomas felt very upset. Who's gonna clear up this mess? Wondered Thomas. I can clear up this mess, said Beanish. Those freight cars of ballast must get to their destination on time. Thank you, Beanish, chuffed Thomas. That ballast needs to go to Brantport by noon. I'll have it there in no time, said Beanish happily. And she puffed away. I'll have you out of this mess in no time, said James. And he pulled Thomas and the broken coaches back onto the tracks. Thank you for rescuing me, Beanish, said Thomas. You are a really useful engine. Thanks, Thomas, said Beanish. You are too. My forehead got warm because I was sick, said Thomas. Can you feel it, please, Beanish? Of course, she said. I think you feel a little warm, Thomas, Beanish said. Your forehead is red like my paintwork, teased James. That's funny, James, laughed Beanish. It is, said Thomas. I'm not so cross at all. Women engines are really useful, said Beanish. I bet so, said James. A red engine is that way too. And all the engines agreed.